road.
And I really feel like all of that was dictated by the 48 coming first and only taking fuel. Now you can't take tires. You're coming to 77 at pit road.
Yeah, and that's all of our leaders on pit road. They would have had to run 122 miles had they not stopped. I just think that was further than anybody could do.
Well, I wish he could have done it, but that was all I could do for him was wish.
Blaney's pit stop will move Matt Kenseth back to the lead.
I just think that's another product of that great pit crew he has, Mike. He comes in and gets out first, passes cars into pits.
Well, I mean, he's went to a 4.5-second lead. I think two things, Darrell, you pointed it out, as Jimmy Johnson. He came to pit road way too conservative. Yeah. Matt Kenseth is a little bit of a veteran, though. 3 years. Also, he was there 2 less seconds on pit road.
I didn't like the way, I mean, Jimmy's doing a great job, don't get me wrong, and this is not a critical, I'm not being critical of him, but he didn't get to the end of pit road quite quick enough.
Matt Kenseth back to the lead by, was about 4 seconds last time around that he had on Johnson. Now 4.7. And look at how they've done in the pits. They've only lost 1 spot all day on pit road.
And the time they lost a spot is because the car stayed out. So they realistically on pit road did not lose a spot.
Now the only car in that crowd that took tires was Bill Elliott. He took 2 right side tires because he was the first car on pit road. And I tell you, it's paying off pretty good for him because he's up to 7th place.
Definitely, and because he was back here about 13.
Here comes the 21 down pit road.
Now the 21 Sadler is a lap down as we cycle through these stops. And we kind of feel if he can't make it all the way, nobody can.
That's right. Pretty much the way it has been this year.
But guys, I'm going to tell you, with 7 laps to go, right now, Matt Kenseth has beaten Jimmy Johnson about 2/10 a lap. It's not going to happen unless we have a caution to bunch him back up.
No, I think that Kenseth, once again, has won the race in the pits. And that is a team effort. We're not discounting the ability of the driver. The driver's got to do his part. But, buddy, they're doing their part in the pits as well.
We'll look at our Fox tracks right here. There you see Matt Kenseth, the leader, coming off turn 4. There you see Jimmy Johnson just now entering turn 4. And that equates to about 5 seconds back. Matt Kenseth continues to beat about 2/10 a lap.
It is Sadler in turn 2.
And the caution is out. Caution is out.
But everyone on the lead lap has made their pit stop, so this should not change things up too much.
Now here's a guy that it's just going to really could pay off big time. It's not going to take long to clean this up.
He just had come off pit road. They took no tires. Darrell talked about it. Jimmy Johnson, he didn't have those tires cleaned off after leaving the apron.
I think you're probably right. But the guy that just played into his hand, this guy's got 2 fresh tires that nobody else does, and he's up to 7th place. This could be a big break for Bill Elliott.
Winningest active driver here.
And with Elliott Sadler getting his car moving, this definitely, I think, will be a quickie caution. Yeah, we should get a couple laps of race.
I haven't seen debris or anything, so I think we're going to go right back to green.
This track is so wide and has so many usable lanes that if you're, as we watch Elliott Sadler, let's see what happens here.
He just come out, I think it's like we said, see, he's still up, I think he's still up in 3rd gear.
Yeah, he had not come to high gear yet, exactly.
He just got that debris all over his tires trying to get out of the pits in a hurry.
He's very lucky he didn't hit anything. It's a good thing this is a wide racetrack and a wide apron.
Darrell, if you're Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, Kyle Petty, or Jeff Gordon on the back end of this lead lap, do you want tires now?
Oh, anybody that's at the back might as well come in and get them some tires.
But guys, we're seeing consistency over in turn 3. They're going to get all the cars slowed down. We'll see a red flag guaranteeing us a green flag finish.
All those fans who were headed out of the stands thinking Matt Kenseth would go to victory lane are filing back in.
And they're standing. They're not sitting.
That's right. Matt Kenseth is our leader as the field has been halted at 195 laps for Elliott Sadler's spin at turn 2.
Winston Cup Series on Fox, presented by Circuit City, is brought to you by Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time.
The cars have been stopped on the backstretch for Elliott Sadler's spin at turn 2. If they get the cars restarted and bring them around to pit, That means we could go green, white, checker the last 2 laps and finish this race hopefully under green.
No thing I notice now, we have an official out there with the race cars under red flag. That's something we never seen before up until Mr. Marlin decided to work on his left front fender at Daytona a few months ago.
Let me get out of that car.
See if we got anything official going on at the Hollywood Hotel.
Well, Mike, it's always unofficial business here. You know that with Jeff Hamlin, Chris Myers, and 30-year-old Matt Kenseth, your leader here with 5 laps to go. A couple of 20-year-olds, Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman, sitting behind him at the moment. A quick item of interest for those of you who watched the Busch race last night in Kentucky with the rain delays. They completing that today. You'll see they finish at 5:30 Eastern time on FX coming up as we are finished here, of course.
It's going to really be an exciting race along with this one right here. This is going to be a barn burner here with just 5 laps to go.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about what we can expect over these remaining moments.
What can you expect? Expect the unexpected right now. Matt Kenseth is sitting there in the catbird seat, but at the same time, he's got a lot of guys behind him who are looking for this opportunity to close back up on him and make a run at him here with possibly, you know, a green, white checker finish.
All right, let's check in. I go trackside with Steve Burns. Steve?
And we've caught with Robbie Reiser. Robbie, you got a smile on your face. Have you guys figured something out?
Oh, yeah, we're going to come down and get 4 tires. No question about it. I think. I'm sure. Oh, I don't know.
That's the equivalent of a pump fake.
What?
That's the equivalent of a pump fake. What are you guys going to do?
If you're watching, you got to tell them what you think you're going to do. I don't know. What would you do?
Stay out.
I don't know. We'll have to see what's going to happen here. I'll tell you what, though. We probably could take 4, but then maybe we could take 2, and then maybe we could stay out. So I guess one of those 3 options.
Yeah, Steve Burns, tell Robbie that what he's hoping is that everybody along pit road that's on the lead lap is watching our broadcast and listening to him. I don't think it's going to work, though.
Larry Mack says you better hope that everybody on pit road is listening to the broadcast.
Yeah, well, we don't have much choice. I mean, what are you going to do? You're leading the race. You gotta go for it, you know. But you know, hey, Larry, why don't you tell me what to do? You guys always know the answers, right?
Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Well, up on the war wagon with Chad Knaus, and well, getting right down to it, buddy. What are we going to do now?
I don't think we're going to come in. I think we're going to stay out. I would have to assume the majority of the front runners are going to stay out. There's going to be some people back in the back that come in and probably take on 2 tires. You know, this is going to be an interesting 4 laps after we take the green, I can tell you that. I hope everybody keeps their head and everybody's safe there. We got a car that's probably fast enough to win the race, but we'll just have to wait and see how circumstances play out.
Now, this is going to be wild. Are you going to run conservative and protect your points, or are you going to go for the win?
I think you know me well enough. We don't go very conservative.
They sure don't. To Matt.
Well, Dick, with 14 cars in the lead lap, the 97 is not going to pit. But, Jimmy Finnick, do you have any aerodynamic damage to that front fascia? Is that hurting the car?
Yeah, right now, the last stop, we see we had a big hole in the left front headlight. So, of course, that induces drag. And, you know, it's no good to have something like that. So, we'll just see what happens at the end here. Let's hopefully nobody get crazy out there, you know, because everybody be on old tires except for a few. But let's just see what happens to the end.
You're in 5th. Quickly, what's it going to play out here?
I'm going to stay right there. I'm just going to stay out there and just go in probably a green, white checkered and just see what we got at the end.
Currently in the 5th position, Mike Joy.
14 cars on the lead lap. The last of those might be the best guy here on 4 fresh tires, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, but he's just not going to have time. I mean, they're going to fan out. A single file restart. All the lead cars will be up in the front. You know, you get 4 tires and spend $1,800 if you want to, but I don't think it's going to help you that much. It might help you a spot or 2.
But, Darrell, I would not be surprised. Dale Jarrett back in 9th. Rusty, Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, those guys, they may roll the dice and come in for a 3 or 4 lap shootout and put them some fresh tires.
Yeah, the closer, the more to the rear you go, the further back you go, the more chances you are to come in and get 4 tires because you don't have anything to lose.
We'll know in a minute as they come around toward pit road. Let's update you on the current Craftsman Truck Series standings, brought to you by Sears. David Starr, 17 up on Rick Crawford, Ted Musgrave, Mike Bliss, and Jason Leffler. I'll remind you the Busch Series finishing up their race at Kentucky that you'll see at 5:30 today on FX. The conclusion of that one that was rain delayed last night. Okay.
Pit road is open now. He's waving the green flag, so pit road is open. Remember, even if they come to pit road, Darrell, you mentioned single file restart. That means it's within 10 to go, and they were going to get the 1 to go signal here that you will be able to drive back up to the other guys because lead lap cars only to the front.
Michael comes in. He's 6th place car, and he comes on to pit road.
Dave Blaney as well.
I still think, Larry, the guy that is advantaged right now is Bill Elliott. He's got 2 right side tires with not very many laps on. on them.
He may be the best friend that those guys at the front have. He may be holding these guys off enough laps.
Blaney stops with Jarrett, Gordon, Rusty Wallace, Benson, Michael Waltrip, Kyle Petty, and Mark Martin among the lead lap cars.
And the reason we see a lot of lap down cars, this is what they call a quickie yellow. Look, Jeff Gordon looks like he's going to change 4 tires. But the reason we see everybody on pit road under a quickie caution, even lap down cars can come to pit road.
Boy, what a mess we got here. The 25 is trying to get in his pit box. 45 is trying to get out. And that all started because Mark Martin shot in front of the 25. He killed the engine and couldn't get it cranked and got a melee here on pit road.
And you hate that for Kyle Petty because he's a lead lap car and Joe Nemechek is 3 laps down.
But when they give a quickie yellow, they can everybody come on pit road at the same time.
And that's the downside to me of pitting this near the end. Chance of mistakes, whether it's your mistake or someone else's mistake.
Exactly. The lights are off on that old caution car, and boys, we're getting ready to settle this thing.
And since they gave the quickie yellow opening of pit road and the one to go at the same time, we'll get to race 3 laps to finish this. Sterling Marlin, I'm going to pit. No, I'm not going to pit.
Sterling's sitting there in 19th position, again a lap down, but all the lap down cars will have to line up behind the lead lap cars regardless if you stayed out or whether you pitted or not.
Well, this could be a big point swing. You know, you got Kenseth up there leading the race and Sterling way back there in 19th, 20th spot. So
here's how they're going to come down. Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Michael Waltrip, Newman, Rudd, Busch, Elliott, Blaney, Jarrett, Benson, Rusty Wallace, Gordon, Martin, and Kyle Petty. Here we go.
Spinning the tires, Ricky Rudd did. You got to watch that on these restarts on those old tires, picking up a lot of debris. Michael on 4 fresh tires, look to the inside.
And here he comes.
He's bringing Dave Blaney in the 77 with him. Look at Dale Jarrett in 88. He went even down lower with those 4 fresh tires.
Boy, Michael, look at Michael get a run off the turn 2 there on the inside of those 4 fresh tires.
Yep. Give me those tires and watch me go.
Hello. Man, he looks like he shot out of a cannon down that back straightaway. And Bill's right there with him. Bill got kind of snookered on that start, lost a little time.
Whoa, 3 wide, 4 wide. That's the Michigan we remember.
2 laps to go this time. While these guys are doing this, though, Matt Kenseth in the 17, Ryan Newman in 12, they're pulling away, but Michael is coming.
He is, and where he's really going to gain is in the turns, because that's where those 4 fresh tires are really going to kick in.
Jarrett is coming with Michael Waltrip, but can they catch the 2 leaders? And Jeff Gordon is coming up into the top half dozen.
Well, we know Gordon's good on 4 tires, so that doesn't surprise me.
Up front, Ryan Newman trying to become the first Winston Cup driver since Cale Yarborough in '69 to win the first race at Michigan.
But look at the run Dale Jarrett, the 88 car got off of Michael Waltrip coming in the middle of 3 and 4. We're going to be the white flag this time, though, guys. Is he going to have enough time?
And the 24 car is right there, too, boys. Well, look at the 10 on the apron.
There is no out of bounds here. You can go through the grass if you need to, and he's going to complete the pass there.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be close down in this corner. Yikes.
He made the pass, picked up 2 positions, but he hurt his momentum. Jeff Gordon's getting to run back on it on turn 2.
Gordon's flying. He comes up along the outside of Jarrett there.
Yeah.
Jarrett is there, going after Newman.
I believe he's got it, boys. He has those 4 fresh tires. He's going to take 2nd position.
I think
Going for the win.
He's going to go to the outside.
Where?
Here he comes.
Go to block.
Here he comes. Kent is going to try to block him.
Jarrett going for 2 in a row. Matt Kenseth leads it. Jarrett looks low. No. Kenseth to win it. Jarrett, Newman, Waltrip, side by side, Benson and Gordon.
Boy, the way that restart played out, Larry, 4 tires turned out to be a good call.
Boy, it absolutely did. I mean, 4 tires basically finished 2nd, finished 4th.